Hello, everybody. The DUI guy is back. Once again, we are here to do a live show for you guys. And today we have with us a special guest, as we have not done a live with that man in I don't know how long. That's how long it's been. March, April. It was definitely pre Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. And definitely, yeah. And I mean, and it's due to no fault of anybody's. I guess I got distracted, so we never got a chance to really do that. So please help me in welcoming to the chat on live with me here today, Chris, the former cop. How are you, Chris?
Good, thanks, Larry. It has been a while, but I'm glad to be back. I'm excited.
Dude, it's good to have you back.
Thank you. You got the new office since, I think.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the new digs yet.
I watched a couple of your videos, going through it, but first live I've seen actually in the office. So I'm excited.
Okay, yeah. So for a while we didn't have internet. If you remember that, it took us like a whole month to get internet. So I only got internet in May, and the last time we streamed was, like I said, it was March or April. I can't remember. It was either
Right.
super late March or super early April. Does that sound about right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm wearing my Invader Zim shirt. For those of you not familiar, apparently I thought it was a very popular cartoon, and I asked Chris behind the scenes before we started this, and I was like, "Do you like the shirt?" And he looks at me and he's like, What does it say?" It
What
just says
is it?
Doom, 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 Doom. I'm like, yeah,
Like,
dude, it's Gurr, Invader Zim, like trying to take over the Earth. Like,
I apologize.
dude, it's not your fault. You were 18 in when that cartoon came out, so um, it doesn't matter. So today, for those of you unfamiliar, so this is the show that I used to do, and now I'm back at doing, that I haven't done in a while. We review videos that you, the audience, the viewer, has sent in. It was like, Larry, you got to check this out. It's a crazy DUI arrest. This guy went full sovereign citizen. I want to hear your thoughts on it, blah, blah, blah. And Chris, who's a former police officer, now does real estate. He one day he reached out and he was like, hey, man, I think it would be fun if you gave your lawyer point of view and I gave my police officer point of view. Let's watch the same videos and have both of us, react in live stream on live action to the same video at the same time. And I said, when do you want to come on? So the rest is history. And let's dive right
Let's
in,
get
shall we?
started.
So the first video I have, and this is comes from a news article. The governor of Sisolak, I'm not sure. This is from just a few days ago, July 5th, 2022. Was Sisolak drinking the day of his accident? Why the cover up? Why is Sisolak refusing to answer open records requests related to his accident and his drug screening?
Interesting.
Who? Sorry?
Nope, nothing. I'm just saying interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Who were the Asian men helping Sisolak clear out his car? Why did they conceal the identity of the woman Sisolak hit? Sisolak's office has refused to answer these questions. And this is from 360 News, Las Vegas. We have several videos here. Let's dive into the first one. I do not have sound on my end. I don't know if it's a video thing.
Sometimes with the body cams, they have a delay on them.
Oh, so this might be the big. It's just a 2-minute clip, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, let's see. But you're right. Yeah, I am familiar with the Exxon. It takes about 30 seconds usually. I agree with you. And they're redacting something on the left-hand side over here. There we go. You called it, Chris. I can barely hear anything.
Does he need you for something? Does he need you? I was reopen the door. Okay. If you can see, ask Tom Unit how much traffic. we need to start rolling.
I'm gonna
Whenever
try
they
asking
show
those
up.
drivers what happened. So after you guys said they weren't even sure what happened,
Okay. Yeah, he's on the. There's a dude on the other side.
I was trying to find the guy in the red, but he walked away.
Okay.
What about the status of the female? She's gonna be okay?
Getting transported unknown condition right now, sir.
They got her in a neck brace. They got her in a stretcher. Loading her up now, so she's gonna go to UNC.
You want me to have one of them follow? Can you find out the bearded guy's call sign? Copy, thank you.
There are like 5 deputies on scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did.
I wonder what they're covering up with.
VC7. Control 760.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hey guys, thanks for getting here. Such a
VC7 is going to be following the.
I think he's holding a piece of paper of sorts.
Tail getting transported of V2.
That's my guess.
Yeah,
I
Some
can't imagine.
identity documents or something.
Yeah.
I think so.
Turn camera off.
Like an accident
Oh,
report,
to
maybe,
4.
or a license.
Mm-hmm.
Something bulky. Okay. All right. That's it. What's next? Do they just keep turning his camera on and off? Like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
Because now the sound is gone again, which means it has been returned on,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's a different cop from a different angle. Hey, Mrs. Johnson. Hey, KTB. Welcome, welcome.
We're Rainbow and Russell, northeast intersection. Rainbow Russell.
Is
I
that
just have his his driver's license and insurance card.
That's all. What else you need?
I need his registration. If you guys can find that. Here. If I don't, if you guys.
is that him sitting in the car? Do you think, like in the middle there, with the finger, with the oxygen thing on his finger?
It might be. I don't know.
This guy right there.
Yeah, it very well might be.
Huh. See, he's got that thing on his finger.
We're
Mhm.
Rainbow and
I'm going to take everything out of the car.
Okay, yeah, whatever you guys gotta do.
I want to. Don't want to.
They got her in a neck brace. They got her in a stretcher. Loading her up now. So
They got her in a stretcher. Wow. Must have been a pretty bad accident.
Got the bearded guy's call sign.
I'm not leaving anytime soon. I know that your details went to the county UMC trauma. Yeah. I'll be getting from Metro. We went down there and we have our traffic officers here. They're going to be. Did dispatch really ask me if I did FST?
Yes, they did.
Dispatch is asking if I.
Unless they just want to know so they can log it. Other than that, I don't know why they would need really to know.
I'll be getting from Metro. We went down there and we have our traffic officers here. They're going to be. Did dispatch really ask me if I did FST?
Yes, they did.
Did dispatch really ask me if I did SFSTs or not? Okay, homeboy. I don't know if you guys heard that motorcycle outside.
VC7. Control 760.
Hey guys.
Me too. Camera off. Camera off.
Okay.
Hmm.
This is getting more and more mysterious by the
A
second.
lot of cameras on and off. That's definitely weird.
Yeah.
What's the point of turning it off?
Wait. It started at 2 minutes. Did we already? Is that the same? No, it's a different. This is a different one. Maybe it was time stamped for whatever reason. I want to watch the whole thing. Don't tell me what to watch, YouTube video.
You're gonna have to find a different one or go all the way around because this road's gonna be blocked for right now. There's a very significant accident here. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's only that way.
He's just directing traffic. I don't know the importance of this.
Maybe that's why it skipped.
No, I'm sorry. Everyone's got to go that way.
Minute 2. I don't know.
Wait, not that. You got to stay in the line of cars. Good Lord.
Is he just going to be directing traffic for 5 minutes?
That's what I'm thinking.
No, he's on the phone at the end here. All right, let's skip around. Hold on.
Straights, only right turn. I'm waiting to see if they let me let one lane go through. Has to be right.
Traffic stuff here. Here we go. He's about to make a phone call. He's grabbing his phone. Oh.
What's up?
Calling 2 patrol units on. This is fucking amazing.
Yep. That's how we roll.
How do you do your truck? Do you finish it?
I'm basically done. I still got to do 12 FIs though, so.
Wait. Did he just say Giglio? Or am I hearing things?
Patrol units on. This is fucking amazing.
Yep. That's how we roll.
How do you do your truck? Do you finish it?
No. Yes. I can't tell. Chat, what do you guys hear?
That's how we roll.
Do you finish it?
I'm basically done. I still got to do 12 FIs though, so.
I did Leo's truck. Did you finish it? Or I giglioed the truck. Did you finish it?
I don't know.
This is how we roll.
Common courtesy, though, to not put your phone on speaker when you're recording. Yeah.
Thank you, officer, for being honest for a change.
I'm basically done. I still got to do 12 FIs though, so.
12 FIs.
I stopped uploading pictures. I got halfway through my energy.
What's an FI, Chris? Do you know? What is that an acronym for? First
I'm
incident?
thinking field interview reports.
Field interview.
Where he can maybe he had some contacts and he just needs to put in a couple blurbs on why.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Ever in the military, so I stopped uploading pictures. I got halfway through my energy. Took forever in the military, so and this right here, I'm like, bro, this is charity.
This is
the day for
cherry.
us.
Good for us. Listen to how they're talking. Sorry, I'm like enthralled with this.
I got halfway through my energy. Took forever in the military, so and this right here, I'm like, bro, this is charity.
That's the end of the day for us. And NHP has taken this over, so.
So I heard Boxy was like, yeah, we're treating this as a fatal. I'm like, all right, sounds good.
We're treating this as a fatal type accident because of the personal injury that she suffered. Wow. Okay, so, and then he says, what's the other thing that I noticed?
That's the end of the day for us. And
that's it.
NHP has taken this over. So
NHP is taking this over.
Sure.
National Highway Patrol? No.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nevada Highway Patrol?
Nevada Highway Patrol. They do typically work, major accidents, I believe, in other counties. So it could be a crash team or something.
No, FI can't be fatal injury because he said, I'm doing 11 of those, unless he has 11 fatal injuries that he's working on, which is possible. I mean, it is Las Vegas. Probably a lot of fatalities there, but I doubt that one cop would have.
Right.
I think field interview is the more likely, but that's a really good guess.
Oh.
So I heard Boxy was like, yeah, we're treating this as a fatal. I'm like, all right, sounds good. Shut it down.
That's what he
We're
said.
treating it as a fatal for purposes of road closure, I think is what he's referring to.
Right.
Because they're talking about
Because
like
she
we're about to
left in
block
a
this whole
stretcher.
thing.
They might not know her condition. So they probably want to just play it the safer route, and then State Patrol's coming to take over that investigation. So he's meaning, yeah, they might write a little report about it all, but they're going to come over and do the rest of the work, basically.
Exactly.
Photographs, documentations, roadside.
And in order to do that, you have to block traffic.
Right.
Because traffic will be annoying, getting in the way, plus all the rubberneckers. Might as well just block it off and make it easier on everybody. Keeping the scene clean, exactly, Duke Chronic.
Mm-hmm.
I love your image, by the way. Isn't that it's one of the Canadian characters from South Park.
South Park. See, now during that time, I would have been watching South Park, not your show.
Invader Zim. I was never I was more of a South Park guy myself, actually, at like age 13, 12. But is this oh my God, what were the names of the two? Hey, buddy. Exactly, yeah. What was
Terrence and Phillips?
Terrence and Phillips.
There it is.
the fart jokes.
There is something we got it in the chat.
Yeah, for the captain. You're like, Captain something. How we doing? I was like, oh shit.
Damn. Whose captain said that?
I know the governor looks. I'll shut on camera for a second. Carla kind of fucked up, huh?
Get out of here.
I'm on camera. I don't want to say that. Everything else is fair game. Okay.
Control 2.20.
Again, why is this starting at like minute 5? Oh, he's at the drive-thru ordering a big meal. Like, what the hell is going on?
In and out.
In-N-Out Burger. Hey, no, cops got to eat too,
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, this is probably the initial call. I don't know why it's the last video. Because he's speeding to get to the scene, I think. He got the call. We didn't hear it because it was... But this should have been first.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is the longest one, too. So this is him probably on his way to the accident scene of the potential fatality, where, from what I can gather so far, the governor of Las Vegas or the governor of Nevada, well, no, it wouldn't be the governor of Las Vegas. I feel stupid saying that. The Nevada's governor got into a wreck and killed the woman he hit, potentially. Or at least they're potentially killed. Like, she's in probably critical condition because she was...
Yeah.
We already heard that she was on a stretcher getting out of there. Thank you, Sparkles. Oh my God.
There we go. That's pretty good.
That is bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're back.
What's up?
So involved, these folks right here, and then the governor's sitting behind his car over here.
Okay.
The governor's sitting behind this car over here.
See, I don't like that.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
I'm not the part of the team.
That they're just calling him out by his name. Like, it's just person A here, person B here.
Involved
Because I already feel like they're going to have that different treatment.
Okay, so why? What's going on? What are your thoughts immediately?
My thoughts are, oh, it's the governor. So everyone's already going to start interpreting things and thinking I'm going to differently, even by mistake, because now we're throwing this out here so much. Again, just my opinion. I mean, it's a person A and a person B in a vehicle. Let's make sure everything's okay and let's move on as we would normally. I think once that's thrown out there, perspectives from everybody are going to maybe slightly be changed. Maybe a fear of their job or something else.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that. You're so right. I mean, when you really think about it, you're looking at this case now from a biased lens, is basically what you're saying. Right?
Yeah, he was introduced. The governor's in that car. So already you're like, wait, the governor? Like now things are already starting to process differently, I think. It's what they do with that information is what's key. But
Right.
just putting that out there, and it seems like before too, everyone's like governor this, governor that. Let's just treat it how we normally would treat it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Over here.
Okay.
All right.
Is his protection team here?
Somebody just showed up. This guy's with him.
Yeah.
I'm not the part of the team.
Okay.
His wife showed up.
Okay.
Oh, the
Okay,
good
you
wife
want
is
third
here for
unit,
support.
21?
21 yes, sir.
So 2+23. It's going to be engine 21 on scene. Hi. How are you? So what happened?
I was going south on Rainbow. I could make a left turn here down Russell.
Okay.
There were no cars coming. I had to flash in amber arrow, to go left.
Oh yeah, the left. Yeah.
It was flashing
Like
arrow.
yield on yellow.
Yeah, so I just edged out just a little bit. I didn't see any cars coming, and this thing hit me so hard I can't even tell you.
Yeah, well, I can see it.
It flew. I mean, it spun my car around, I think, twice.
Okay.
It got me over here. It was flying down right.
So it hit you head on,
It hit me on the left front.
and it spun you through the intersection over to
Twice.
here.
Spun me
And
off.
they were coming northbound
Correct.
on
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the hospital?
I don't think I have.
I don't know. I'm thinking, but I don't know.
You can always go after,
Yeah. I
because
think
you're going to be hurting after this.
I know.
Right now, you have adrenaline in you,
Yeah.
but after the adrenaline wears off, you're going to be in pain.
But it's
He
going
knows.
to end up being a whole media circus.
Yes, it is. But that's why we.
It's going to end up being a whole media circus. So he knows what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, notice how he's like, I'm fine. And the wife like interjects and goes, well, did you catch that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the wife thinking ahead, and he's being in the moment, I think.
Yep.
We have sergeants coming out and watch commander coming out to handle it that way.
Okay.
Do you want to sit in your protection's car in the meantime?
Yeah.
They're pulled in the parking lot.
Yeah. We'll pull up over here. You'll pull up over here. Just pull up like blocking his car a little bit, so you don't block the drive-thru, and then he can sit in your car while we get everything else handled. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Of course, yes, sir.
He's got garbage in there. That's why he was moving. Can we take the garbage out at least?
So
I was
like,
inside the car.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
no problem.
Do whatever you have to do with the inside of the car.
Well,
This is your car, man.
Whoa.
that's evidence right there, my friends.
Dude, I
They
literally
they
had this
potentially
exact
threw
issue.
away open containers.
Literally the thought that I had.
Yeah, we cleaned out the car. No,
Oh yeah,
No.
no, that's fine. That's fine. He's the governor.
everything's been tampered with. I mean,
oh my god, contaminated scene right out of the gate.
Ma'am.
No, my car's already parked. This is his car.
Okay.
I don't know whose car that is.
Okay.
She looks a little nervous. Have you
No,
caught that? Like
yes.
she's a little.
oh yeah, she's answering for him.
She's a little off. She's kind of
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, and then as she's talking to the cop, she's kind of slowly backing away back to the car, just probably the glance, like, we get
Like, do
everything,
a
you guys.
Second
We
check to
cleaned it
make sure
out?
she got all the little bottles out of there.
Mm-hmm.
They think I should go get
I
checked out.
think so.
I can have my detail transport. You want me to go to Spring Valley here? Is it right here? Should I go to
You
UMC?
want to
Mhm.
You
She's
want to
right.
take him to the ER?
UMC, taking UMC. We could get our
The
security
detail
to take
will
you.
do that. Yeah. Whenever you want to go, you can go, and we'll have units meet you down there.
Because I'm his wife, so by default,
Yes.
I'm a nurse
Okay.
and a doctor.
Control 2, Paul 23. Can you log a couple plates? For now, I'm going to do.
Next, what's going to happen is she's going to say, yeah, there was a fatality on the other end, but they died because of COVID, not because of this accident.
Right.
Diagnose the cause of death.
E1 is 530 Tom Easy Lincoln, Nevada. Dumb question, but your ID.
Dumb question.
It's a valid question because we asked that for everybody,
Insurance
right?
in the car.
Yeah. No, he gets special treatment because everybody knows who he is.
There it is.
I have one more. I'll get it to you in a second. And it's the insurance in the car.
Here's the insurance, but this one might be expired.
That's
Yeah, it's
fine.
an old one. I got it correct.
It's the same policy number and everything. Okay. With the plate, we should be able to pull it up, the current one. Registration's in the car?
Yep.
Okay. Your details here, you can walk over with me.
No. That's Los Pollos Hermanos. This is the establishment by Gus Fring. He was not meeting with him for methamphetamine reasons or any of that sort. Get that out of your heads right now.
Yeah. How you doing?
Okay. That's good.
I agree. Yeah. Mhm. You can go whenever you want. Well, yeah.
We'll do Spring Valley's closer one.
Yeah, whatever you
She
decide.
wants me to go to UMC. That's what she said.
UMC has a better trauma section. That's why.
Okay.
They'll have you in an hour, right?
Yeah.
You'll be an hour.
Did you see how she pointed
Whatever
at her
you
watch?
wanna
Like, time
do,
is of the
okay?
essence.
Whatever you decide. I mean, I don't think he needs to go to UFC. She's just saying that because they have a better trauma section.
I mean, he just got banged up on a wrist.
That's why I'm. Yeah. You guys make the decision and let me know where you end
Okay.
up going. Spring Valley's right here.
Everybody's a doctor
They're probably
today.
going to tell him to go to UMC because of who he is, because they have a better trauma section to handle it.
Okay.
Nice to see you again. I haven't seen you
I
in
know,
forever.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
What are the
Huh?
What are the odds, right?
Right, yeah, it's something like this.
How cool, huh? Dude, that whole grill is literally missing.
On both cars. Jeez.
Driver of Control 2 Paul 23. Driver of V1's going to be transported to UMC by his protection detail.
So his lackeys are there in the black Suburban
Mm-hmm.
or GMC or whatever it is, and they're gonna transport him to the hospital. It sounds like because he sits in it in the subsequent video,
Right in the other video, he was sitting
and
in
he's
the
got
back.
the thing on his finger. Oh my god, this is so
Control 2 Paul
shady.
23. The play.
I didn't do that. Okay.
Who is the driver of this vehicle? You're the driver? Okay. Whenever you guys
No,
are
you're
done.
good. You go ahead. We're just waiting on transport.
She's transporting?
She's gonna get transported.
UMC?
We probably
Okay. Cool.
Is he gonna ask her what happened, or
Control 2 Paul 23.
No, her opinion's irrelevant because we're dealing with the governor here. Come on, Chris, you know better.
It's going to be transported by AMR to UMC trauma as well.
and make sure the vehicle gets towed to Lexington.
To Lexington. Yeah.
That's funny. Probably because it's true Norseman. CYA, for those of you unfamiliar, stands for cover your ass, cover your ass.
760. He seems okay though?
Yeah.
You're okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like she said that
I mean, he doesn't sound intoxicated, which doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Maybe he can just hold his own, but does he smell like it? I mean, people were
Right.
right up in his face. The nurse, the cop. I think they would smell something. Like, I detect an odor.
I usually think the paramedics, fire on scenes, usually pretty good relaying. Hey, while we were assessing, we do smell or we don't, whatever. They kind of give pretty good feedback. Here, I haven't seen any, so
Yeah, nothing.
You're gonna be sore. Guarantee it. You're gonna be sore. All right, thanks. I'll see you.
This guy's like so excited, like, yeah, you're gonna be sore, man. You're gonna be sore. That's what happens. I think he's just happy to be schmoozing the governor. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, what an opportunity, man. This is so exciting. Get over yourself.
Control 69 comments. 69 comments. You should be around 15 and South 2 and 7 will be around you. Copy. South 2 and 7, are you in channel?
Who are those people over there? Just witnesses?
Probably.
By his,
I'm just making sure that it's clear.
his protection details. He was the driver.
And no one's talked to yet on what happened.
I
Oh,
did
right.
not see
Again.
it, no.
Dude, irrelevant opinions. We only care about what the governor says.
Yeah, I couldn't smell anything. He didn't look bloodshot. He seemed 100% okay to me.
Seemed 100% okay to me. I mean, okay.
Okay.
No smell, no bloodshot, but what is that statement? Seemed 100, meaning like 100% okay as in sober, 100% okay as in not injured. Need more data. Okay.
He really didn't articulate that, he just kind of said that, but at no point was he ever face to face with him, asking the right question. He didn't even ask him if he had any, anything to drink or where he was coming from, or is he on any kind of medications that he shouldn't be driving on? I mean, he's in his older age. Maybe he took something that was a PM medication he didn't know about or something. I mean, he didn't ask anything.
Mm-hmm. Las Vegas Metro Police have finally issued their official report. That was back in October.
Can we read it?
Not really. I mean, we can. He was booed at the 4th of July parade a week ago.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. If that doesn't tell you everything. Okay. Let's take a look at the report real quick, see if there's anything interesting in there. Urban preliminary report. There was injury, not a fatality. So that's already good. I mean, she seemed pretty fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was upright waiting for
Yeah.
transport, so that's good.
She had the neck thing, but they're treating it as a fatality, I think, because the governor is involved. So maybe that's why. Secondary collision. Intersection of dry, straight and level, asphalt, four-way. Okay, let's read the actual report itself. This report is for a two-vehicle collision involving property damage and suspected minor injuries. Minor injuries now. Wow. We went from fatality to catastrophic injury to minor.
Right.
This collision occurred in the intersection of Rainbow and Russell in Clark County, Nevada. This intersection is controlled by traffic signals in all directions, which were functioning at the time of the collision. Okay, so it's human negligence by the appearance of it. This is a parallel investigation with NHP, Nevada Highway Patrol, NHP troopers responded and are assisting in the investigation, which is common. Surveillance video was obtained from the business on the southeast center of the intersection. So we have video of this. Maybe that will be released later on. Vehicle 1 was southbound on, so usually in Kentucky, I don't know if this is universal, but whoever is listed as vehicle 1 is usually the at fault party. Is that the same way they do in Colorado, Chris?
I would agree so. We didn't, as a sheriff's office, we did not investigate the traffic accidents. The state patrol would. That's kind of why I brought up that comment.
Gotcha. Okay.
But would make sense to me.
Yeah. The vehicle was southbound on Rainbow in lane 1. This lane is the only designated left turn lane for southbound Rainbow. It has a designated left turn signal with a posted sign stating yield on flashing yellow arrow. Vehicle 2 was northbound on Rainbow in T2. Okay. Of 3 through travel lanes. Oh, travel lane 2, I
So
guess.
1 through 3, middle lane.
This is the middle one. North and southbound travel have a 45 mile per hour posted limit. Witness 1 states they were southbound on Rainbow behind vehicle 1. Witness 1 says vehicle 1 attempted a left-hand turn and vehicle 2 entered the intersection. Witness 1 claimed to have witnessed the collision but failed to include the color of the signals in their written statement. B2 detective, I don't know, states she was northbound.
Driver 2.
This is getting extremely of a
Right.
W, a V, now a D, an L, a T. This is just write it out.
Not a
man.
good thorough report.
No, I agree. D2 states she was northbound approaching the intersection on a green ball traffic signal. Why don't just green light? Why green ball?
I've never heard that before.
Me neither. It's the shape of a ball, I guess. I don't know. So weird. Did this cop go to school, like elementary school? D2 states she was northbound approaching the intersection, and then she saw a green ball. She's like, "Ooh, green ball mean go." D2 said the signal changed yellow as she entered the intersection. D2 states vehicle 1 pulled into her path of travel. Oh, okay.
Okay.
D2 said she believed she was traveling at 45 miles per hour at the time of the collision.
Interesting.
D1 states he was southbound on Rainbow in lane 1. D1 said he came to a complete stop at the intersection. D1 states the left turn arrow was flashing yellow. D1 said he pulled forward slightly into the intersection to see if it was clear, and then states that there was a northbound vehicle on Rainbow in lane 1 blocking his view. He said the vehicle behind him beeped the horn to proceed. D1 states he pulled forward slightly more and was struck by vehicle 2. D1 said he spun around and ended up in the property of the northeast corner of the intersection. So D1 is our protagonist, it sounds like, right?
Mm-hmm.
D1 sounds like I'm trying to find if this is so confusing.
Yeah, those left-hand turns and the light changes, that's just a nightmare. You know, it's a disaster just waiting to happen every time.
The area of initial contact was determined by tire marks and intersection, which aligned with the driver's statements and surveillance video. Okay. The right front bumper of vehicle 1 collided with the front of vehicle 2. Vehicle 1 immediately rotated counterclockwise over 180 degrees. Vehicle 1 rolled in reverse in a northeast direction of travel, running off the road right. Vehicle 1 continued rolling in reverse into the landscape of the business in the northeast corner of rest on the wheels facing southwest. Following the initial impact, vehicle 2 immediately veered to the right. Vehicle 2 continued to the northeast and drove off the road right on the northeast corner of the intersection. Vehicle 2 collided with the traffic signal of the corner, okay, knocking it over. That's what we saw in the video. I didn't see it knocked over, though. Did you see that? Yeah.
I didn't know. I just saw him up in that business. Push through there.
Los Pollos Hermanos. The collision with the traffic signal caused a short in the wiring, resulting in flashing red signals for all directions of travel at the intersection. Vehicle 1 drove into the landscape of the business on the northeast corner of the intersection as well. Vehicle 2 came to rest on the wheels facing northwest. Nevada Highway Patrol troopers completed a diagram of the scene and completed standardized field sobriety test on driver 2. So not on driver 1, just driver 2?
Whoa.
Oh my
And
God.
you said that was at the hospital?
We're about to find out. No, of the scene, and that's it. And
Before the Nick race went on, they did the road ties.
upon Las Vegas Metro Police Department contact with both drivers, no signs of impairment were observed. So they did field sobriety on the woman, not the governor? Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. We're not picking sides, but we're picking sides, is what they're saying with that. Las Vegas Metro, and no signs of impairment were observed on either driver. Las Vegas Metro Police Department CSAs, I don't know, responded to the scene and photographed the vehicle. It was probably like scene investigation, whatever, people. Scene photos will be uploaded in the on-base system. Due to the amount of damage to both vehicles, they require a tow from the scene, clearly. Both vehicles were towed by the Las Vegas Metro Police Department Traffic Bureau for a pending search warrant to possibly recover the information from the onboard computers. So they're going to look at the black boxes. Interesting. Detective McCushchin completed an analysis of the data obtained from the vehicle's onboard computers. Oh, wow. That was fast.
That's quick.
It was determined vehicle 2 was traveling at 62 in a 45, 1.5 seconds prior to the collision, and decelerated to 43 at the moment of impact. So slammed on the brakes is what it smells like. Vehicle 1 reached a speed of 15 miles per hour at the moment of impact. So vehicle 1 was not the one at fault. It's vehicle 2. And vehicle 2 is our female driver, if I understand correct. If D2 equals V2, and I like to say that's correct. So let me go back to D1 just real quick.
But in your opinion, if that car was at 45, do you think that collision would have happened? Just throwing that out there. We can debate
that's
about
a great
that.
philosophical question, yeah.
But that is 20 plus over that area due to, engineers and things that do that stuff. But maybe it still would have been an accident. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Maybe. D1 and D2 were the only occupants of each vehicle. They were both taken to the UMC Trauma Center for medical treatment. Well, at least she gets treatment too. That's nice.
Yeah.
Regular citizens rarely get treatment like that by police. Usually they're just taken to jail on suspicion of DUI. As of the time of this report, injuries are suspected to be minor. Based on the preliminary scene investigation and statements from the drivers, because D1 attempted a left turn on a flashing yellow arrow, failing to yield the right of way to northbound traffic, D1 was determined to be at fault for the collision. So the governor, right? Because he's going, even though he's going 15 miles an hour, he's the one encroaching onto the scene, and that's when he got struck.
Right.
He should have been watching. That was his fault. Wow. So it's him. He fucked up. There's a diagram. I don't know if they actually drew the diagram of the accident. If they did, I want to find it. I don't see it. That is a mouthful. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's go to our next video. Next, we have it's called the BACs of. By the way, for those of you who want a link, here's the link. I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. Here it is. You just say meow? No, shut up. Keep watching the video. Right meow. The BACs of drinking and driving. 1980s cartoon public service announcement on the dangers of drinking and driving.
Where'd you find this at?
Somebody just sent it to me. By Dr. John Matsuchini. No, Matsuchi. I was like, zucchini. No, Matsushi. Chief and Drug and Alcohol Abuse Prevention, U.S. Department of Defense. Whoa, the DOD's getting involved?
Okay.
This is some big ticket stuff along with Kent Jocelyn, Highway Safety Research Institute, University of Michigan. Bill Murray is in this.
That's awesome.
In the cartoon world, ready? The cat and mouse chase is a popular form of entertainment. Action. Of course, the cat is never supposed to actually catch the mouse. That would be tragic. And cartoons are supposed to be harmless fun. No one is ever killed or injured, at least not for long. So, for your entertainment, The Ned and Ed Show.
This is the link to this video shared in the chat.
That's all for today, folks. I'm tired. Cat and mouse chasing is hard work. You can say that again. Cheers. I'm feeling better already. Me too. It always seems to hit me faster on an empty stomach. You slammed that door on me pretty hard. Sorry, it didn't hurt you, did I? Nah, feeling no pain. There was an old barfly named Lou who claimed he had drunk just a few. Yes, go on. But after he crashed, they found he was smashed. So they knew Lou had more than a few. How sad. It was supposed to be funny. But wasn't he killed? Who? Lou. True. But why be sad about it? Because no one's supposed to get killed in a cartoon. Oh, who cares about an old barfly who'd been drinking too much to be driving?
Oh my God.
We know when to take it.
Wow.
Or leave it alone. Yeah. Another? Well, maybe just one for the road. Can you drive okay? Of course. I'm feeling great. You sure now? See ya.
Weaving.
Most drinking drivers don't realize when they are unfit to drive because alcohol gives them a false sense of well-being. They can believe they are driving well when they are driving.
Where'd he come from? One of those drunk drivers, I'll bet.
Alcohol not only affects your driving judgment, but also your judgment.
Reminds me of that one joke. This guy is driving through Great Britain and his wife calls him in London, England, in Great Britain. And his wife calls him and she goes, "Honey, be careful." He goes, "Why? What's going on?" She goes, "I just heard on the news there's some maniac driving on the wrong side of the road." Because, you know, in England, they drive on the opposite side. And he goes to her, "Honey, are you kidding me? One, they're all driving in the wrong direction."
Of how alcohol affects you.
How you doing? Fine. You don't have to check up on me.
Uh-oh.
Wake up, Ed. Ed? Are you dead, Ed? This is a cartoon, silly. Nobody dies in a cartoon. How many drinks have you had, mister? Why, officer, I only had one. Maybe just a few. Hell, we can check that out easily enough. Well, so long. Come back here. Blow harder. Okay. Your breath alcohol concentration is 0.12%. Is that bad? Yes. In this state, if your alcohol level exceeds 0.10%, you're legally intoxicated.
That's back when it was.
We're
1-0,
booking you
before
for
it built
driving
10
while
years.
intoxicated. Okay, sir, you're next.
He's bigger, so his should be
Your
lower.
BAC, B what? Your breath alcohol concentration
They have the same amount of
is
drink.
0.06%. Though you're not legally drunk, you are too impaired to drive. You'll have to sleep it off here, unless you can call someone to come drive you home. Hey, we match drink for drink, but his breath, BAC. Yeah, well, his is higher than mine. Why? The effects of alcohol on individuals can vary. Perhaps it's because your body weight is greater.
Fred Ed of the famous cartoon team Ned and Ed was jailed last night after smashing his car into a tree. When arrested, Ed admitted
In
to
while driving
having
orgy.
a breath test established that he was legally drunk. His partner Ned,
Turn
with him
that
at the time,
thing off.
was also
Yes,
given a breath
FX?
test.
So now what? The idol of 60 million people is a jailbird. We can get him out okay, FX. It's his first offense, so they'll probably fine him and suspend his driver's license. And then what? All this bad publicity is going to hurt us at the box office. How about letting Ned catch Ed in the next film? Hold a really big farewell party for
And kill
Ed.
him.
Then hire us a new mouse. Or maybe a
On
dog
screen.
to chase Ned. No way. Ed and I stay together. Got a better idea? Yeah, I got it. Ed and I make a public apology. Then announce we volunteered to make a movie. What kind of movie? To explain why people who drink should think before driving. We'll tell them about BACs and all that. A cartoon? That's a serious subject. People like cartoons. And it'll turn those ugly headlines around, FX. All right, quiet, please. Camera ready?
Ready.
Start reading on action, Ned. Roll 'em. Action. Over the years, there have been many research studies done to find how alcohol affects our ability to drive. X-ray lens, please. Because water is the main component in our bodies, and alcohol mixes quickly and completely with water, it's directly absorbed into the bloodstream without being digested. Absorption can be slowed down somewhat by food in your stomach. But within 20 to 30 minutes, the bloodstream is circulating the alcohol you consumed throughout your body. Its action on the brain is immediate, apparently by interfering with the oxygen supply to the brain cells. The greater the alcohol concentration, the more your brain's activity is slowed down or impaired, and the greater the effects on your behavior. Zoom lens, please. The amount of alcohol in your system can be measured simply and accurately from blood, urine, or breath, and then related to the impairment of your driving ability. Measurements made from blood specimens are called blood alcohol concentration. Measurements made by breath tests, which are now widely used in law enforcement, are called breath alcohol concentration. Both measurements are known as BAC and are expressed as a simple percentage. For instance, if you weigh 150 pounds, 0.02% would probably be your breath concentration when your body has absorbed the alcohol from one typical drink, such as 12 ounces of beer, 1.5 ounces of 80 proof whiskey, or a 5-ounce glass of table wine. If this were your first drink, your BAC curve to 0.02% as the alcohol is absorbed. Then it starts to drop slowly
This is
as
very
your body
educational.
burns off or
Very fun
eliminates
way.
the alcohol. For Ed, who's quite small, one drink would produce a higher BAC, and a 220-pound person would have a lower BAC. But whatever your weight, your body's burn-off rate is about 0.015% an hour.
That hasn't changed
If you
in
weigh
40
150
years.
pounds, it would take your body a little over 1 hour to eliminate the alcohol from that one drink. Drinking more than one drink in an hour would increase your BAC and extend the time required to lower it. Your BAC is the result of your body weight, your rate of alcohol consumption, and the time that has elapsed to give your body the opportunity to burn it off. The only effective remedy for intoxication is time. An hour or so for each 0.015% of breath alcohol concentration to eliminate the effects. Drinking coffee, taking cold showers, or physical exertion can make a sleepy drunk a wide-awake drunk, but won't speed up your alcohol elimination rate. Cut!
I love that.
Okay, Ed, get ready for the driving simulator test. How do you feel about driving? Great! Bet I'll surprise you all. You're legally too drunk to drive. Pish tosh! Okay, Professor, let's try a rehearsal.
A dangerous side effect to alcohol is its ability to make you feel completely able to handle a car.
Right on, Professor. Shh. Give her a chance.
When you actually may be incapable of driving and a public menace. That's why we conduct under-the-influence driving tests here in the lab. It would be too dangerous in actual traffic.
Thanks. I could use one for the road, the simulator. This is for me. I'm being tested after you. Ed, take your place for rehearsal. Coming!
The subject sits here.
Just doing one of my cartoon falls.
This is a cartoon version of an actual driving simulation research test with a steering wheel and an accelerator pedal linked to a film projector.
Projector on, please.
Our driving simulator is a means of measuring a driver's level of competence. Because actual driving is a difficult task requiring alertness, mental concentration, and an ability to make quick, correct decisions, situations are introduced that require instant responses and quick decisions. Reaction time is measured. Peripheral vision is tested. Comparisons can be made of behavior when sober versus when under the influence. That counts as a crash, Ed. Though individuals differ in the degree to which they are affected by a given amount of alcohol, our research indicated that there is a universal pattern of driving impairment related to alcohol concentration in the body. As our alcohol concentration rises, brain functions are depressed. We become less responsible, less alert, and less able to control our reflexes, while it becomes more and more difficult to make quick decisions. 0.05% is considered the danger level for most drivers and sufficient cause to be arrested in some states. Even though you may be feeling good, your driving won't be. And what's worse, you won't realize it. Regardless of individual differences, as our BAC approaches 0.08%, we all suffer an obvious loss of driving competence.
But in those
Okay,
days,
Professor.
0.08 was still legally under the influence in 1980s.
Yep.
It wasn't until 1998 with Bill Clinton, when he took office, that the changes from lowering the BAC from 0.10 to 0.08 were considered and done. Actually, I remember reading a book one time from like 1976 or 1977 where it even said a 0.15, which is 1.5 times the legal limit in those days, said that you may start feeling a bit euphoric, but no real obvious changes in behavior. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty wild how the times have changed. The science of like 1976.
Right.
Now let's figure out what you'll say about those accident charts.
All right. This chart summarizes 18 different studies made in cooperation with law enforcement agencies. while legally intoxicated drivers were found to be a very small percentage of all drivers on the road, they were 5 times more likely to be involved in an injury or property. A quarter to 1/2 of all drivers in multi-car fatal injury crashes were found to be legally drunk, as were nearly 2/3 of the drivers killed in single vehicle crashes. These are often called mystery crashes because no one survives to tell what happened.
How sad.
This doesn't mean
Mystery
that all these
crash.
crashes were caused
Tree.
by alcohol, but it does mean that alcohol use does correlate with greatly increased crash risk.
What are the odds?
They're on the next chart.
No pun
The
intended.
higher your BAC, the greater the gamble. You are twice as likely to have a fatal crash if your BAC is 0.06% than if you've not been drinking. At 0.10%, your chances of a fatal crash are 6 to 8 times greater and over 20 times greater with a BAC of 0.15%.
We have to cross
Drinking does seem to go together with
Where did
crashes
they get
and
these
deaths.
statistics? I mean, that's
Okay, Professor. I don't know if that death stuff
I
is
said
good
the FBI.
cartoon material, but let's sleep on it and pick it up from here tomorrow. We're ready now. No, Ed looks hungover. That's all for today, folks. How you feeling? Sad. Very sad. Come on, I'll drive you home. Maybe we should take a taxi. You don't like the way I drive? Sure, but the whole purpose of this film is... Okay. You call a cab while I show you how good a driver I am. See? Nothing to it. But you're just steering. You don't have the flashing lights and other stuff on. There. It's easy. The taxi will be here in half an hour. What? I got company coming for dinner. Best they could do. Let's wait for the cab, Ned. Why? I can drive okay.
watch. He's
If
gonna
we
crash.
both have to drink for tomorrow's shooting, we better ask someone to drive us home.
At least he turned his lights on. He goes,
This is the called it.
Ned?
This is the worst cartoon in the history
You all right?
of cartoons.
Nobody dies in a cartoon.
oh, jeez.
Oh,
But
no.
we haven't finished the film yet, Ned. We're like everyone else, Ned. A couple of drinks and common sense goes right out the window.
Oh my god. Wow. Nobody dies in a cartoon except for this one.
Whew.
Okay. That was interesting. Up next, we've got.
On that
note, moving on to the next video. Karen calls in to court from the airport. What an expensive first date.
Shanti Short versus.
Wait, she calls in. Okay, I thought she was okay.
So is it during COVID time period? I imagine with the whole Zoom thing.
20
Thanks for the super chat, Mike Katz.
4040 DC.
I shared the link in the chat. She's walking.
What's the default definition on this?
My call is about breaking news here.
Default was set aside. I got it.
Okay, I'm on
All
it.
right, what are your appearances, please? Who's here?
Quashante Short, QASHONTAE SHORT.
Richard Jordan.
Okay. So, Mr. Jordan, did you send in your pretrial questionnaire yet?
No, sir, I did not.
So she is suing him.
Was in the process of moving, and
she's like a trigger happy pro se litigant. Like she filed over 91 lawsuits in that courtroom. Yeah.
91?
Something like that. That's what whoever sent me that video said. Mm-hmm. A lot. What's with her name? Ms. Kashante Hazamla Short Brundig, with a little period and a lightning bolt sign? Or no, is that... Oh, I'm sorry, that's an ellipses. So there's more. Phew. I want to be friends with that woman.
Got it late in the mail.
Oh, Jen sent this one. Awesome. Thanks, Jen.
I was moved from North Carolina to South Carolina, and I just got it from being forwarded from my old address.
We're not supposed to have something we're going to get 45.
Okay. Okay, and Ms. Short, I don't.
Okay,
You gotta
well,
give me the Twitter version. I don't even understand what this is about.
That's a great way to start. What is this about?
I'm sorry. I had to.
In the background.
I'm actually at the airport, so I had to go outside. It looks like they just departed a flight. I mean, they just arrived the flight.
They just arrived the flight.
So I'm outside. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people around. So I'm trying to go where there's no traffic.
That's a you problem, woman.
Thank you. That's okay. That's okay. No, I'm trying to finish this before I get finished. It's actually louder.
Okay, I'm not sure. I read your complaint again, and you know, you have not. I'm looking here. You know, what is it? Intentional infliction of emotional distress?
Yes.
Is that the claim?
IIED?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
That's not something that's really justiciable in district court.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I said that's not
Then
something
go
that's
somewhere where you
justiciable
can hear him.
in district court. That has to be brought in circuit court.
Wrong court, lady.
Oh, you said it's not permissible in district court. It has to be taken to circuit court.
That's an equitable action, yes.
Okay, was that not?
Oh my God. This should be the end of the recording. Thank you, Your Honor. I will make sure I file it. There's another 20 minutes of this.
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh, God. Do I want to watch it, Jen? Do I want to watch it? This is my question. Do I just end it right here? Or do we keep going?
I say we keep going until we're bored.
I thought only criminal offenses. Oh, well, I guess it would be considered. I don't know if it's criminal or however you want to consider it, but I thought only criminal offenses were brought before
even the judge is like, oh dear
the
God.
circuit court.
I can't.
So will I have to? Will I have to?
What's in your head? I cannot get into what's in your head, man.
I'm sorry. I gotta go back in because I can't hear you.
He's trying to explain that she can't sue for IID pain in district court.
Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning to represent yourself on this?
I To be honest
where
with
Larry
you,
comes
sir,
in.
I thought this was just going to be thrown out. It was,
He's jumping
we had
on the
a
judge.
date,
Like,
one date, and nothing else after
wait.
that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. There was, I don't.
What?
It was, we had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. There was.
What restaurant did you fucking go to? Did you have like a table up in Las Vegas? Up in one of those, like the $10,000 tables where you get like open bar all night? What? What on earth are you suing? Oh, okay. Now we have to watch.
I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
I love it. He's like, Judge, you already said, tell her to fuck off. I'm with you. Tell her to fuck. I'm telling her to fuck off. Just a warning from the future get a lawyer. Did they go to Paris for this first date? Exactly, Jen.
You know, the problem is this. You know, if you think it should be dismissed, you know, you need to file the appropriate motion. You need to file a motion to ask for that.
In the proper court.
That's where your lawyer would come handy. It could have been wrapped up today.
I will do that. I
Is she buying snacks? What the
really
fuck is
didn't know
she
what
doing?
to expect. This is all new to me. I've never been sued before. Or I've never, you know, gotten in any trouble. This was just, I don't know. But if that's the process I have to take, then that's what I'll do.
Yeah, this dude's like.
There was also a perjury on there as well. He stated, I can't remember what he stated right now
He
because
drive
I
the
don't have
BMW,
it.
but he actually drove the fucking Toyota to the date.
Yes.
This is unacceptable.
Perjury is a criminal charge.
Yeah.
Okay, there were two different charges. There was one that was intentional affliction of pain, which was not. I didn't see that as being a criminal offense, but perjury.
It's not, lady. What's the perjury?
I guess that could be considered a criminal offense.
He lied
Man,
about
I'm not going to sit
owning
here
the
and
house.
argue about
He
the
actually
legal
rents.
definition and what's a crime and what isn't. If somebody gets charged with perjury,
all right, I have to fill in the details myself because this is too dumb. So okay, here's what really happened. So the dude said he drives an expensive car, and he showed up in a Toyota fucking Prius, and she's like, "Hey, that's not an expensive car," but she's like, "All right, I'll roll with it. Maybe he's cool. Maybe he's good in bed. I don't know." They go to the restaurant, which was, you know, Arby's, or, you know, no, it was a very cheap restaurant. He told her he's taking her to Chili's, but he took her to Arby's, and she was very disappointed. But she's like, all right, maybe he's good in bed, maybe roll with it. And then he tried to order the McMuffin, not realizing this is Arby's. So she was extremely disappointed. She's like, I think this guy is dumb as a box of rocks, but whatever. Maybe he's good in bed. I'll roll with it. So, you know, he ended up just like ordering a stack of, like, you know how they cut up the turkey. He didn't know what to order, so he just ordered a stack of turkey. And, you know, they just had their date, and she's like, this is the most atrocious first date I've ever had. I'm not even going to give you a chance to figure out if you're good in bed. I'll see you in court, and left.
Suing you. Yeah,
You've intentionally inflicted emotional distress. You've wasted my time. I now have to delete Tinder. I now have to, I can no longer like sleep at night. Like my phone stopped vibrating. I'm no longer getting dates because of you. I just, this all went wrong, and therefore you will now pay me $10,000.
It's all his fault.
Emotional.
What a jerk.
What a fucking jerk, right?
Yeah.
that is a criminal felony charge.
Oh, and the perjury was the Toyota Prius. I mean, he said he drove a Mercedes or a BMW, and then he showed up in a Toyota Prius. That's the perjury.
You have to go through the prosecuting attorney and the police. Okay? If that's what you are alleging.
Yes, the document will show that, and I also sent forth the messages where he was lying, and it proved he was lying.
Lying.
I
It's not
emailed that
perjury.
to the courts. I wasn't able to print it out, but they didn't say anything as far as me not being able to turn those documents in.
What?
My man's over there like.
But that
"Hey,
should have
no."
been in the case file as well.
But you're in the wrong court. None of it matters.
Did you
none.
put it in there?
I emailed it. I
don't see
sent
that
it.
mentioned
I
in your
emailed you,
complaint.
Judge.
Yes, I emailed that.
Did you amend your complaint?
I didn't have to amend my complaint. I had to get an address for him. So I sent it to the second known address.
No. If you are alleging a different count, you've got to amend your complaint to add it in.
Oh my God, what a moron. Oh, okay. So she added charges, is what she's saying. She had charges. She filed it with the court. And then she's like, oh, wait a minute. I forgot. He also said that my vagina looks like roast beef. And that caused me a lot of pain. And so I'm going to add that to my complaint. And my vagina does not look like fucking roast beef. It looks like a nice little turkey. Okay? And I take proper care of it. So therefore, I'm sending you a letter, sir. And she mailed it to him. And she was like, my complaint is amended, sir. But she never sent it to court where the complaint originated.
Yeah, I don't know what you said you did, but the
last time we spoke, the last time we were in court, I never changed anything. It's just that he was not properly served. So I had to get an address for him in order for him to be properly served. That's what was the last incident that transpired, was for me to get a correct address for him.
That has nothing to do with what I asked you about.
I know you asked me about an amended.
I asked you about what your claim was about. You said intentional infliction of harm, and I assume you mean intentional infliction of emotional distress. And you said perjury. That's the basis for your claim.
Yes, I'll amend the complaint. I thought I had that already in there. I received a document, I guess after I sent the correct address and he got the document, he sent a letter that should be, I guess, in the file. He sent a letter. And
that's
then
his answer, I guess. We're treating it as his answer.
Right. And so I emailed my response to that letter, because in that letter, he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say, listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
Oh,
I'm not saying he can't, but
she's saying in his response to my allegations, he responded XYZ, and XYZ is a lie.
Right.
Therefore, he committed perjury. So I tried to add those as additional allegations. But that's not how the law system works. That's when you hold depositions and you send interrogatories. You don't be like, motherfucker lied. Therefore, perjury. Send email. Like, what?
CC myself.
He done got emailed. That is epic. Email. Is that how you get somebody out in the technological era? Dude, I emailed you the other week like you owe me.
Another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
If he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury.
No, it's
then
not.
my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No. No.
How many
No.
more no's are we gonna get in there?
It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Thank you.
You don't
I
even
said
understand what
perjury is
perjury
a
is.
lie. I
No, you
know
don't.
what
No,
You
perjury
it's
don't.
means.
not.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So what
Exactly.
statement did he
And I
make
got
under oath? It's
documents that
false.
prove he
An
was
answer is
lying.
not under oath, you moron.
He
You don't
put-
understand. What?
he-
It's a false
He put a
statement made
document.
Drop it
under
like it's hot,
oath.
Judge.
A
Under
document
oath.
that stated a
When did
lie.
he testify to something that he lied about? It's a statement made, a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court.
There
Are
you
we
go.
done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't
Are we
understand.
done here?
You
Are we
don't
done
dismiss
here?
a judge.
Perjury
Are we done here?
is
I know
perjury
exactly what
is
perjury
a
means.
false
I know exactly
statement
what perjury
made
means.
under
I know
oath.
what perjury means. Are we done
No,
here?
you
Is it a
don't.
criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know anything.
But you're the plaintiff.
Put on
You
that
have, wait a
document.
minute, you are the
Are we
plaintiff.
done here?
You have to
Are we
lay
done
out
here?
your
Are we done
allegations
here?
properly.
Are we done here?
No,
I
we're
know
not.
exactly what perjury means.
No, we're
Do
not.
not insult my intelligence.
You have to
Please do not insult my
you have
intelligence.
to lay your, you have to lay your,
Please do
you
not
have to
insult my
lay
intelligence.
your complaint
this guy
out. It
has a
has,
lot
you
of
have to
patience.
allege this in the complaint. You have
Please
not.
do not insult my intelligence.
Dude, chronic.
It's
glove
not about
fits.
that. You don't think, I don't think you understand what perjury is. It's a
Are we
false
done
statement made
here?
under
Are we
oath.
done here? Are we done here?
I
Please
said
do not
no.
insult my intelligence.
said no.
Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not insult my intelligence as if I do not understand what the word perjury means. Do not. If it's a criminal offense, then it's a criminal offense.
Well, ma'am, it should not have been filed in district court if you want
Are we
intentional
done here?
infliction of emotional distress.
Okay, so that's a criminal offense.
Are you going to dismiss it and refile it?
No,
in
I'm
circuit?
not. No, I'm not going to dismiss it. I will file another case in circuit. But as far as I'm concerned,
You can't
no, it
have
will
two
not be
cases on the,
dismissed.
ma'am, you can't have two cases going on the same issue.
Well, I'm not dismissing the case.
Stubborn.
If you want
Well,
to
I
dismiss
tell you
it,
what.
that's
He
up
has
to
to
you.
dismiss
But
it to
I,
move
as
it
a
forward.
plaintiff, am not dismissing the case.
He has to make a proper motion,
Well, that's on him.
but I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So
Very
that's
nice,
okay.
man.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Give me the phone.
The dude on the defendant in the
Ma'am,
complaint.
what about
He's
his,
trying
what
so
about
hard
his
not to laugh.
costs
You did a
associated
couple
with
times.
appearing because you filed it in the wrong court?
No, this is a judge.
I need to see the.
This is Judge Herman Marable Jr., courtroom 1. Do we know which jurisdiction this is, by the way?
I can't tell.
Cord, Zoom, Karen, crazy. I don't know. If anybody knows, feel free to drop it in the chat. I have no idea where this is.
I need to see, because I was not aware that a criminal offense for intentional infliction of emotional distress was considered a criminal offense there, that it had to be
I didn't say
brought
that.
forward.
That
No,
is
he
not
didn't
what
say
I
that.
said.
One
Yeah,
is a
that
criminal
is what
offense,
I
the other
said.
is a civil.
That
I
is what you
said
said.
that, no, I didn't. You
Yes,
said
you
that.
did. You stated
I
that.
said that circuit.
You.
Okay, so she's a straight up camber. She's interrupting. She is gaslighting the judge now. You said this, and when he's trying to explain, no, what I did say doesn't, nope. You don't get a right to speak.
Nope.
Let me interrupt you and tell you what you said. What I said that you said, that doesn't matter what you said as long as I speak. And as soon as he's going to start talking, she'll keep interrupting him. That's what cambers do. I ran into that when I was in the line. I let her speak. I was like, please tell me why your argument is valid. And she was, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, let me answer. I gave you a chance to speak. Yes, you did. Go ahead. All right, let me explain why you're wrong. And here's why. Okay, no, I'm done here. I'm not interested in this. Goodbye. And walked away. And I'm like,
right.
What? What? And this is what she's going to do. Just watch.
You stated that the criminal, you stated that emotional infliction of emotional distress is a criminal offense.
He's done.
And you stated that
they're both done.
Perjury is a criminal offense. But you also stated that perjury is not on the document that I placed forth before you. So criminal offense would not.
It's not in the complaint.
On there.
It's not in the complaint.
I need you to show me. I need you to show me the document which states that intentional infliction of emotional distress is indeed and in fact a criminal offense.
But it's
because
not.
That's the original offense that was placed on there.
I never said that. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Ma'am,
yes, you did.
Listen. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. I will repeat to you what I said.
I'm not either.
I said
that's two
that
charges.
intentional. You need to be quiet while I'm talking. You need to be quiet. Can you mute her, please?
Because perjury is a criminal offense.
Dylan, be quiet.
That will not make her hear you.
Intentional infliction of emotional distress.
It is contempt of court.
What I said was intentional infliction of emotional distress is something that circuit court has jurisdiction over.
Yes.
I never characterized that as a criminal matter.
You interpret it as such because you want to lump the civil action of intentional infliction of emotional distress, which you think that you have, and maybe valid, I don't know, probably not, but maybe. And you want to take perjury and you want to put them in the same complaint, and you can't do that. That's what she's trying to do, and that's why she's so confused. But she's attacking the judge, saying the judge told her that she needs to do that. She's implying that. I'm trying to get into her head, and that's extremely difficult because when you're not rational. Anyway, and she's trying to take the civil action that she has filed, the intentional infliction of emotional distress, also known as an IIED, and perjury, and be like, how do I file them together? And you can't. And that's where she's confused. She's like, okay, I'll go to circuit court with this, and then I'll lump in perjury. And the judge is like, no, you can't do that because perjury is a criminal charge. Oh, so she's like in her head, so intentional infliction of emotional distress is also a criminal charge. So what do I do? Where do I go? No, and it's like it's like talking to a wall, basically.
Yep.
It is definitely a civil claim, but it is something that can't be done in district court. Now, that's what I said to you. You are of the mistaken belief that circuit court does not hear civil matters because you said, well, I thought circuit court only did criminal. You are the one who are mistaken about.
Wait, are you paying attention? She's still talking.
Yeah.
The court clerk
she's not listening
to her so that the judge can speak because she just kept, and now she just keeps on talking. She has not even a clue that she's been muted.
Nope.
That's amazing. I want to watch this again. Hold on. There it is. She's going so Karen. She doesn't even have a clue. She was muted a minute ago. Okay, here we go.
Be done in district court. Now, that's what I said to you. You are of the mistaken belief that circuit court does not hear civil matters because you said, well, I thought circuit court only did criminal. The jurisdiction of circuit court, because that's what you stated on the record. Unmuted.
She's been talking the entire time.
Well, I said I was muted.
Judge, excuse me, you don't understand how this works. Let me explain something to you about Zoom right quick.
Okay.
When I muted her and now I'm asking her to unmute, if she doesn't do something on her end, she's still muted. So right now she's still muted. But I have asked her to unmute. She's not looking at the device that she's holding.
The patience this man has.
I know. And she's like, I have better things to do. I have a plane to catch.
No, she's not even getting a plane.
The judge is at my bidding or whatever. Oh,
This is all rental car nonsense in the background.
Oh, so she just landed or something?
No.
I don't think she heard a word.
She's
I
getting
said.
a rental car.
Just getting
Because, like I said,
maybe,
she's not
maybe
looking
not.
at it to know I've asked her to unmute.
You know, I have heard of these characters who are like trigger happy individuals. They always like to, whenever something important comes up, sometimes it's a very rare and small faction of the population, but they will actually pretend to be doing something, like to be busy, just so that they don't have, like, I'm sorry, you don't have my full attention because I actually have a life to lead and I'm busy right now. So it may be that this is her MO.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. This is pure hearsay. But
I mean, she's not paying attention at all.
yeah, and like what she's just been walking around doing nothing. Like, what is she looking at? Where is she going?
Yeah, see, Jen in the comments here says what I was saying to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. If she said that, I missed it. I was just enjoying the show too much. Thank you for sending this video, by the way. I can't believe we almost cut it at 5 minutes in. We would have missed the entirety of the and our own created story of what happened. Roast beef.
Sure, I'm hungry. Not for Arby's.
Is there a website where I can get the forms I need for this to be dismissed?
I love you, Chris.
I
Listen, sir. Let me just explain this to you. Okay?
Since you're listening.
You know, there are forms of the State Court Administrative Office website, okay? But, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're filling out, you know, you're just
wasting my time,
flopping around like a fish on a dock out of the water. And the same goes for Ms. Short, because she apparently doesn't understand the jurisdiction, what types of cases can be done in district court and what types of cases can be done in circuit.
Oh, I won't.
That's why we're having this issue right now.
Okay.
So, you know, look.
Yeah, exactly. The scene.
How could I put it?
Mm-hmm. Very.
I'm trying to think of a good analogy.
Don't date Karens. Oh, she's finally looking at the camera. She's tapping on it.
She hit unmute.
If two people that have no military training, amateurs, and they want to throw hand grenades, well, you know, if you don't do it the right way, you might blow yourself up. You might blow the other person up, but you might blow yourself up too. You know, and people need to, if they don't understand how the process works, I would say this to both parties. You need to seek out legal counsel.
Mm-hmm.
So both of you have the right to go to the State Court Administrator, Michigan SCAO website for the standardized court forms. But I don't know if they
by the
have
way,
a
here's
motion to dismiss.
She's probably there for absolutely no reason at all. Have you noticed she's just walking in circles?
Yeah.
Why can't she just sit down
She should
and have
sit somewhere with no background,
like,
and give
this
her
is out of
attention.
respect for the court,
Just
out of respect for
yes.
the judge.
Exactly.
Like, you're walking around, doing this, and then you're showing your side face, like, okay, what? Judge, you fucking work for me. I pay your tax dollars. My tax money goes to you, so you're my employee, basically. Like, that's how I feel she's treating the system.
Right.
My 91st lawsuit. What was her previous one? The last. McChicken that she had at McDonald's was flavorless.
It was too hot. Burned her mouth.
Form with checking the boxes or not. Usually attorneys draft those, and indicate why the case should
Oh,
be
she took the
dismissed.
glasses off. Heat's on.
Okay, now I muted Ms. Short because she was talking over the court and being extremely disrespectful and rude to the court and was not listening to what I was saying and really being disruptive. That's why she was muted.
I think she's literally
Now,
spinning in
if
a
she
circle.
is ready to listen,
Yeah,
it's the same
to
view. Have you
the
caught
ruling
that?
that I'm making here,
Yeah.
then
Looking into the things.
she can rejoin, unmute herself, and let's come on back in here and let me read this order.
Come on, lady. You can do this. I know you're not very technologically savvy. Come on, Karen. Oh,
what?
Karen has left the
She just
building.
hit end.
I can barely hear what you're saying. Like I said, I'm at the airport. There's a lot of people around.
You're supposed to be at the airport.
Ma'am, are you getting
For your
ready to
court
go on a
date.
trip or something?
No, I actually just came. I had a rental car.
I just came.
Oh,
I
I
had
see.
a rental car? What?
Okay,
Pick one.
ma'am.
Can't do that
This is
after.
what I'm
Yes.
doing. I am ordering that this go to 7th Circuit Court.
Uh-huh.
Venue is to be changed
Uh-huh.
because intentional infliction of emotional distress is a circuit court matter outside the jurisdiction of district court.
Yep, where we were 20
Plaintiff
minutes
shall
ago.
pay the filing fees in the receiving court. And I don't know if you asked for a jury trial or not. You did not, it looks like. So there was no jury fee. No further proceedings shall be had after transfer until these costs or expenses are paid. If not paid within 56 days of the date of this order, this case shall be dismissed by the court to which it was transferred.
Mm-hmm.
And what
All right,
cost am I
that'll-
paying? Hold on. What cost am I paying for?
The filing fees for circuit court.
Why am I paying for filing fees for the circuit court?
Because you filed in the wrong
Because there's
court.
been multiple
There it is.
cases
You
that have been
filed
brought
it in this,
forth.
because you filed it in district court. We don't do intentional infliction of emotional distress cases.
Well, I need to see that in writing. I need to see that document in
You don't
writing
need
that
it in
states
writing.
that
The
If
judge
you
you
said
wanna
it. That's
appeal-
good
if
enough.
you wanna-
Even the dude is like, oh my
If you
God.
want to,
I've
like,
already,
make it
I've,
stop.
I've already
Please.
skimmed
This woman.
SCAO. I've already skimmed that. I'm reading constantly every day, and I did not see that form on there
I'm
that
sure that
states.
you are. But if
Yes,
you
I
want,
am.
if
With
you
all my
wanna
91
appeal my
lawsuits, I'm
ruling,
reading a lot
you
of
got
stuff.
21 days.
It's getting
to appeal.
better
Yep, I do.
Not really. Apparently.
You got 21 days to appeal
to
it
see
to
the
the
other
circuit court.
90.
My ruling.
Yeah.
We should make
Okay.
that a thing. I
Thank
think
you
90's a lot of videos we could watch if we could track those down and try to get them in order. And
The pro
just pick those
all her
apart.
pro says.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, God, no. I
Please
think I
send
would
us those
die.
videos, guys.
No. Please don't. No. Don't listen to Chris. I run the show here. Pay attention to me, Chad.
All
Don't
right,
listen
all
to
right.
him.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mute, delete. How do I remove you from the fuck? Oh shit. The judge just walked out. Okay. All right. Let's do one more. It's short. It's like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Last one. Last one. We're just gonna do one more. And then we're gonna sign off here. Okay. This one is court cam judge files a complaint over a deputy using excessive force. Now that's wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Said.
Next, we're in Denver, Colorado for a first advisement hearing. The purpose of the proceeding is for the judge to explain to the defendant why he's being held in custody and to outline upcoming legal procedures, even though the defendant has not
Notice
been
no
officially
lawyer.
charged. Today, things are being laid out for Anthony Waller. He was taken into custody on suspicion of multiple crimes, including false imprisonment and assault on a female victim at a local motel.
Okay.
Judge Doris Bird then
Where's this
explains
public defender?
they'll be held in custody while the case is being investigated.
The investigation for false imprisonment, assault in the third degree, assault as a class 2 felony, and a misdemeanor charge as well in possession of drug paraphernalia.
I'd like to object first. If I'm under investigation, I thought the investigation came first, and then the rest came.
Right.
But before the judge can give Waller an explanation, a deputy gives him a nudge from behind.
Whoa. What the fuck? Okay, whoa. Hold up.
But
he's just standing there. He's not doing anything. Did you see any sudden movements?
No, he just looked back.
Before the judge can give Waller an explanation, a deputy gives him a nudge from behind.
He just looks.
Yep, he just said,
He just turned to
he
face
said
face.
something, but he wasn't irate or anything. Wow.
Waller, who's fully shackled in handcuffs, leg irons, and a belly chain.
Oh my God.
Asked the judge for clarification.
If I'm under investigation, I thought the investigation came first, and then the rest came.
You just asked the question.
Deputy Brady Lovinger then places his hand on Waller's back.
His last name's Brady. You can't make this shit up, Chris.
Nope.
Or first name, one of them.
Probably last.
Deputy Brady Lovinger then places
first.
his hand on Waller's back.
Yep, you're right.
Lovinger claimed that because the judge had brought the hearing to a close, he was directing Waller to the clerk to sign paperwork and prevent him from stalling the proceeding.
Hold
but
on,
after
man.
Waller turns towards him, the deputy grabs Waller by his uniform and belly chain and slams him face first into a metal window frame.
That's garbage.
What a coward.
Yeah.
As Waller's dragged into a hallway, he tells deputies that he's injured.
Get on your feet. Oh, man. Get on your feet.
Anthony Waller suffered a head wound and broken teeth from the deputy's takedown. But things
Holy
did not end there.
I want that case.
After witnessing the incident firsthand, Judge Doris Bird filed an excessive force grievance against the deputy, the Denver Department of Public Safety.
Nice.
The agency found there was not an imminent threat to the safety of anyone in the court when Lovinger used excessive force on Waller.
Yep.
Following the investigation, Deputy Lovinger was suspended for 30 days by the city of Denver. Anthony Waller would later win a $50,000 civil suit against Lovinger
Nice.
and the city. A federal jury determined his constitutional rights were violated by the excessive force used
Went
against
all
him.
the way to jury trial.
As for Waller's original crime, he was found guilty of third-degree assault and sentenced to 2 years in county jail.
Wow.
Thanks for being a fan of
Yeah,
court.
that was definitely uncalled for. Unacceptable. Everything in that was wrong.
Completely, dude. Agree. Wow, what a show today, man. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Only $50,000?
I was thinking that myself. I mean, but it's what he agreed on, or they. So.
But here's the thing, and
Either way,
I
it's
know
wrong.
probably why he was awarded so little. I think because your criminal past record does not come in a civil suit under any circumstances. But the problem is the video they have to show the jury of the
Right.
injuries is you in shackles.
Absolutely
So
right.
the jury immediately assumes like, oh, is he accused of murder?
Right.
And so they're thinking like the
And they
highest
can't
crime, and you can't
talk about it.
I mean, if
Right.
it was just like a shoplifting charge or something, they probably would be like, let it ride, show everything.
Right.
But because the charges were so serious, the plaintiff's attorney, his attorney was like, there's only so much I can do with this,
True.
So, and they knew that, and that's why they went to trial, because I have a feeling that the defense attorney was like, you know what, we may be able to get a 0 verdict here, even if they win. So let's go for it. And by God, they were close. I mean, 50,000 for those injuries with that liability is literally nothing. I like how the fact I say like I don't like, I should say, but the fact that nobody ever mentioned if the comp was canned or moved to a different department, nothing.
Right.
So I had fun, Chris. Welcome
Yeah,
back.
I as well. Thank you for having me again. Chat, thank you again.
Yeah,
Went
absolutely.
easy on me today. I appreciate that.
You know me. You know me. Any final words before we depart, Chris?
I say let's set some up again. Send us some good videos, chat, and we'll break them apart and go from there.
Agreed. I may be available. I should be available next Sunday. You want to do this again next Sunday?
Okay.
Next Sunday, 7:00 my time. 5:00 your time.
That's correct.
Let's do it, man.
All right, chat.
All right, Chris.
Thanks again.
Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye, chat.